Hey, I am come to you with a journal share for a swap that I'm doing over on Junk Journal Junkies. This is the second swap that I am doing, and I'm kind of excited about this one. It was so much fun. I love the size and the way that I did it. I really enjoy it, and I hope my partner does as well. Whoever I get, since they won't be assigned till October, late October. But I had to finish because I have so many things that I just got in a sign up frenzy for. And yeah, so here we go. So it is, crap, where's my specs? Here we go. It is the All About Tea theme. Junk Journal Swap. It's a 6x4 file folder. This is a file folder. It looks like an envelope, like the 6x9 envelopes, but that's just how I folded it. This is the original crease here, and then I just went out a 1/2 inch to create this spine. And it is a double signature, but that's because the single signature was way too big and I didn't like the way it looked. So I split it in half, and I used the same hole, so it's only, one. It's my one signature split in half because there was only supposed to be one signature. There was no specifics as far as the number of pages, and I didn't go through and count, so I guess we'll count together as we go through. There were, however, specifics that everything had to be tea dyed. This is the case, aside from this ribbon, which I got at Hobby Lobby. It was on sale in the jewelry section. It's for bead threading, and it was perfect, just enough to wrap around here and give a closure. So for $1.50 plus half off of that, because it was like half off in their half off sale section. So I got quite a few of the colors, but I love it. So tea dyed and the pamphlet stitch, which I did do. And tags, tucks, 6 to 10 images. I think I have quite a few more. 4 pockets, and then journal cards. So we will, and I don't know if it said anything about a charm, but I wanted to do a charm. I like charms, so. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the actual book. So I've got just a bunch of random beads and charms on here. That's an old button. I thought it went well. Now I haven't decided if I want to do anything on the cover aside from what I've already done, which I think is wonderful. So I took the file folder, I trimmed it down, just like a little bit, enough to cut off the tab, and then I actually folded. So like this is the original seam here, and I went up the 1/2 inch, and then 4 inches, and then I folded it back, so it kind of gives it a little bit more strength. I did the same for the side, except for I did a few 1/2 inch things, and I did do an extra one just to leave room for if whoever gets it makes it a little more chunky. So and then I folded it back to right about here, I believe it is. I did also use a piece of Tyvek envelope, thank you to the post office. Attached it just over where I folded it back here, wrapped it all the way around, and I think it's right about here. But it covers both of these creases as well as the back to give a little bit more security feeling. And then on the outside of the file folder, I emptied out the tea bags that I used to dye the paper. I just cut off the top and, kind of sprinkled it up and emptied out all the tea. And then I opened it up and let them dry. And I Mod Podged them on here. I, I, I don't know. I love it. I love how, like, some of them got really dark stain and some of them didn't. And there's just so much different texture. I love it. Ugh. I don't want to get rid of it. I really don't. Like, I don't know. I almost want to make another one. But, you know, that's how we do. Most of us. It sounds like most of us, when we make journals, we don't want to get rid of them. You know, because we just fall in love with them in the process and of making them and all the hard work that we put into them. It's totally understandable. You know, at first I was like, you know, yeah, it's a nice journal. Why are you freaking out about, you joined the swap? Why would you do that? And now I totally understand, ladies. I totally understand. So, I did go over the creases a little bit with the distress, the tea stain distress. You can't really tell. You can hear. I did hit the ribbon a little bit, which, oh, by the way, I did sew on with a cute little vine pattern. I just, rather than doing a straighter, the zigzag, I want to give it a little bit more texture, I guess. So you can see, of course, here's more of that great texture from the tea bags. So jumping in, she's a little chunky. Before I did the tea bags, I had a piece of, because I wanted to cover the tie back, so I took a piece of the tea dyed paper that I had, and it was just a big, just barely big enough to stretch from this corner all the way to this corner. So it's a little bit longer than 8.5 from edge to edge. So not very much. You can barely see it. So we'll say 8.5. 8.5 works for me. So I stuck that down there with some quick dry tacky glue. And if anyone, by the way, if anyone's looking for this bottled style, when I first started all this mini albums and stuff, everyone said they don't make this anymore. They just apparently don't know where to shop, because I totally found some at Office Depot for $4.29. Way cheaper than Michael's or Joann's. Let me tell you, ladies. Good deal. Anyways. So I attached the tea dye paper, went over with some tea dye stain, and then folded it up, you know, did the tea bags, sewed on the ribbon, and blah, the cover was done. I don't really think I'm going to do anything else to it, because I love it. I don't want to cover this up. I don't. Struggles. Anyways. So, then for the closure, I cut 2 circles of Tyvek and then 2 circles of tea-dyed index cards that I had done, and put the Tyvek and then the index card on top, the Tyvek and the index card on the bottom, punched my hole, put in my eyelet, and tied in my little ribbon. Left enough on the bottom because I knew it wasn't going to be enough to wrap around all the way, and I kind of wanted, you know, to do it a different way, because I had in the past just put it exactly in half and then just wrapped it around, tied it on the other side. I wanted to do something different this time, so I did that way. Blech. All right, so quite a few pages. Everything is tea dyed, except for the journal cards, but I did do some tea-dyed inking on them. And I don't know about everybody else, but I totally had enough little doodads to decorate. Oh, I gotta glue that down. Anyways, to decorate the whole book. And for some reason, I just wasn't paying attention, and I decorated the first half, and then got to the back, and I was like, whoa, what happened to all my stuff? So I think I might go through and print out some more, or just move some. I haven't decided yet. This is going to drive me nuts. Alright, I'm going to glue this down. I'll be right back. All right, I fixed her up. So I just stuck some tacky glue on there and pressed her. I have to have the washi tape because these were actually from an old journal that I was making that's still kind of not done. And they were just barely 6 inches. So I didn't have enough to fold the flap under to hold it in, so I used washi tape. And I used kind of a darker one that kind of matched the tea dye theme. So, okay, back to the beginning. Anyways, so each of the half of this signatures have one of these with the pocket and the washi tape on the back. I did some tea-dyed index cards, which I cut into tags and then stapled the little tabs from the tea that I use, which is my favorite tea. Just regular black tea or, making sun tea, rose red. I love it. Plus you get these cute little ceramic things in there. So I have quite a collection. So that just slides down in there. And then also, after I was done tea dyeing some paper, I did find some tea recipes, printed them out, and looked pretty good. Worked out. I did go around the edges with some tea dye distress ink. So, and then I folded those up and stuck those in. There are four different ones. One in each of these pockets, and then 2 just behind some flaps. So, leftover scraps that I had, and then printable image, which I did on tea-dyed paper, and then went around the edge with tea-dye stain. Book page from Catching Fire. A really great book, and I have read it, so no worries. I did put a lot of just normal tea dye paper in here for journaling. This cute little teapot. There's quite a few of those that I printed out on tea dye paper. And then here's number 1 journal card, just printed on drawing paper. Crisis management since 1952. I'm pretty sure tea was around before that, but I thought it was cute. Let's see. So, and I have different sizes because what I did was I took the single sheet of tea dye paper, 8.5 by 11 copy paper that was tea dyed, trimmed it down to 6 inches, or I'm sorry, trimmed it down to 8 inches wide by 11. And then I took the 8 by 11 and cut one at 6, and then just whatever the leftover was. I think it's like 5. So there's that. Another page. Another banner that was stapled. And this cute little image, which I have debated on gluing on the inside here and making a pocket, but I don't know. I don't know. Tracing paper with a cute little crazy, to me it looks like a coffee bean. I'm not sure. It could be a football. I don't know, but it's cute. Another one of the teapots. Some more tea-dyed paper. Lots of journaling. I love the lines I got from the baking pan. Because the way I do it is, so I'll soak my paper. I have my cookie sheet with my parchment paper. Then I have the cookie cooling racks. And I put the paper on top of that because it allows for more airflow. And they dry a lot faster. So, if anyone out there is having trouble with, baking their paper, try putting it not only on the cookie sheet, but put the cookie drying rack in between. It helped me a lot. So, where there's tea, there's hope. A little altered paper clip. So I just had a little banner and put some lace and then some crochet yarn with some pearl beads on the end. That was fun. Here's another tea recipe. Some more paper. But first, tea must always And then on this doily, I just put the little teapot image. I thought it was cute. And then for the second style of pocket, since I have to have 4, so I have 2, like the very first page, and then I took 2 sets of these and put the short one on the bottom, and then did a little swirly line. And I had a little mistake up here, but I left it because I like it and it adds texture. And then another tea-dyed index card with the tab for easy pulling and pulling it out and putting it back in. More tea-dyed paper and another teapot. See what I mean? There's like a ton of teapots in this first half. I think I'm going to have to go back and do some more. Anyways, keep calm and have a spot of tea. Love it. There's the center of the first half. So it's all just the other halves from here on out. Another tea-dyed index cards. And I apologize, I don't have any tea-themed stamps. You know, I really wanted to stamp my index cards. I don't have any. I did try to run them through my printer to get some cute images on them. Didn't work. So, sorry. Another banner with the Mad Hatter and his crazy tea party. I did tea stain that with Distress ink. Lots and lots of journaling space. Another, it's a Tim Holtz mini paperclip, again with the pearls on the crochet link, or crochet thread, and then just some off-white ribbon. Little tag I made. Actually, no, I lied. I altered it, and this was the price tag from the bag of goodies that I got, where I got this this ribbon, or seam binding lace, I should say. It's lace seam binding. I got a big bag of vintage seam binding laces at Goodwill, and this was the tag with the price on it. So I stapled on the lace, glued the paper to cover the staples, and then I realized I should have tea dyed the whole thing, because you can sort of tell I didn't do the bottom. I tried. Anyways, so that's that. Just put some ribbon up the top. Lots and lots of journaling space. This is just glued down. It's not an actual tuck or anything. Lots more tea dyeing. Where there's tea, there is love. Then I had the coffee filter that I used when I brewed my tea, and I made that a pocket. So again, we have another little index card tucked. This side's empty, so whoever gets it can put something in there. And that is the first half of the single signature. I love this. I'm probably not going to get away with it, but we'll see. The second half. Again, another tea recipe in my homemade tag. Just another little teapot tucked in. Lots of paper. I love these cups. They're so cute. Another recipe with an altered paper clip. Some more tea-dyed paper. And firstly, as you can see, originally I had the signature in upside down. Good idea. Genius. I was going to leave it, but then I realized where I have the page that I sewed the pocket was upside down. I mean, the tags would have stayed and it would have been cool, but I don't know. I just didn't like it. So I took it out, took it apart, undid the whole thing, and flipped the pages that have the directional thing, not paying attention to where I had glued, because there's another one on the other side. I think there might be 3. I don't remember. So, and, you know, I'm not going to take it apart, do it again. If you want to cover it, that's fine. Rip it out, whichever. I am sorry. Anyways, Another little, the cups with the, I'm going to call it a coffee bean. And I like this one. Each cup of tea represents an imaginary voyage. Anyways. Yeah, I was reading it through my phone, sorry. Again, I did the teapot and the sewn page with the tag. Lots of journaling space. I had an extra tab, and I had pulled out an extra little mini thing, so I just stapled it on there. It's kind of cute. It's tea time, ladies. Tea time. Another tag in there. Yep, see, there's my other oopsies. Oh, goodness. And there's always time for tea, love. Always. Alright. And another little mini altered paperclip. See, there's like nothing as far as decorations on this end. I feel bad. So I don't know if I'm going to go through and make some more banners or what. But we will see. But there, that is what I'm submitting for my tea themed journal. And hopefully it's okay with everybody that I split my signature. Whatever, I'm not going to... Yep, done. Hopefully it's okay with everyone that I split my signature in half. And that I don't decorate the front because I really want to leave it. I really want to leave it. The only thing I can think of at this point is just to take some chipboard letters and spell out T. But then, I don't know. I really like it plain. I don't want it to be bulky. I mean, the ribbon's already, it could catch on something. So I wanted it to be smooth, with the exception of my chunky charm. Smooth enough to just, jangle around in a purse until it needs to be used or, whichever. So, hopefully that's okay with everyone. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you with my next project share. Toodaloo!